before this, the Honorable Court of AnthroCon, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, are admonished to draw near and give their attention, for court is now in sitting. The Honorable Alkali Business presiding. God save this Commonwealth and court.
Who's in charge now, Mr. Badger?
Now for the estate of Arthur Aardvark versus FuzzyCon Inc.
Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. We have a bet going. If I die, I win $20. Don't worry, that's all judges. It's how it works. You may be seated. You're losing calories as we speak.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening. Good evening, prostitution. Good evening, defense. Is that right? Who's who right now?
He's the prosecution, not the defense.
Oh, yes, legal.
I prefer the term legal worker, Your Honor.
Not in this state, bitch. All right, now I believe that. Wait, we got $20. Hold on, we're changing the panel. You're going up to the wall. 80! I believe there is some proceedings that I must read. Or was I supposed to memorize them? I can make it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, give me my damn PDF.
I didn't even download yours.
Alright, here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna make up shit, they're not gonna know what's happening, and he's gonna win. This is exactly how it works in Chicago, don't worry about it. I have been to traffic court enough to know $20 and a smile will buy you. Trail off your sentence there, because judges can be hot. Alright, what we got? Oh! The estate of Arthur Aardvark versus FuzzyCon Inc. Please increase the font, ass.
The case summary.
The case summary. Thank you. Arthur Aardvark was a warm soul to all that knew him, with a love of learning, reading, and family, but also with a fun streak hat runs strong. But also with a fun streak that ran strong, whether as at the school where he taught or at a furry convention. And nothing seemed fun emerging from the pandemic. Nothing seemed more fun emerging from the pandemic than FuzzyCon. Furry convention in Pittsburgh. Oh God, what have you done this year?
A lot.
I wasn't allowed to read this beforehand, and now I'm getting scared. Furry convention in Pittsburgh with its many events, but primarily the late night unofficial rave that occurred every year on the waterfront area right in front of the David L. Lawrence Convention Center on the banks of the Allegheny River. Uncle Kage is going to cancel all of us. Oh, what have you done?
It was originally about a fursuit parade. Keep reading.
You made the right choice. Like most events coming out of the pandemic, the organizers were a bit out of practice in crowd control and messaging, while waiting to make sure they still provided a good time for their attendees, and a bit too cautious in controlling the unofficial party each year while trying to discourage it. Waivers were signed by all con attendees, and measures were taken to try and ensure the safety of all attendees, not only in the convention center, but at the waterfront, despite it not being FuzzCon's area. Yours. By Cousin Paige, the map. What?
Cousin Paige.
Cousin Paigey?
Hage. I'm here with you in spirit, my boy.
The law is a silly place. But as the week of the convention unfolded, not all was as it was meant to be. The event was overcrowded. The convention areas were not policed by FuzzCon safety team members, and a convention that was meant to be a safe and fun time turned into a competition to see who could be the most outrageous furry around. The waterfront, in particular, was the most problematic of all of them. And when Arthur did the walk the plank fursuit challenge and fell into the muddy water below, that was the last time he was seen alive. We're murdering people for this panel now. Now, a jury must decide, was this merely an accident where the victim assumed the risk, or was Arthur's death the result of negligence on the part of the organizers?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Is that all I have to read?
Yeah.
Stop giving the dyslexic guy a script.
Dad, I never actually asked you to read that. You just decided.
You told me I had to read some other shit I have to read. You don't get left out.
Yeah, those would be the jury instructions.
Jury, you're instructed.
What? Go.
I'll handle it.
Thanks.
Technically, this is a civil case, so it's not. There's
Your
not.
Honor, before we begin,
We don't have guilty, not guilty. We have liable, not liable.
Oh shit, you actually
It's a
did
civil
it.
case.
Hey, you owe me $20. Miss you, Arrow.
Your Honor, before we begin, we have a few moments to a few things to clarify. I do believe that based on the court's prior rulings, we have determined that FuzzyCon was responsible for the waterfront area, and that the parties have agreed their conduct was negligent, so the sole questions to be determined are those of gross negligence or reckless conduct.
Thanks. Those were agreed on beforehand?
So stipulated.
So stipulated.
Otherwise, I believe we have further stipulated as to the expertise of Hatchet the horse
Hatchet the horse.
and Iggy Cameron in the areas of convention safety, as well as the expertise of Dr. Lindsay Rogers as a medical expert. We have also stipulated the authenticity of all exhibits.
Defense agreed? Agreed. Thank you very much.
Hey,
You may
buddy.
proceed.
Buddy,
Yes, Dad.
what do you think of time? What do you think of time frames for examination? 10 minutes personal works for me.
10 minutes as stipulated, 10 minutes.
All right.
All right?
Should we begin?
As long as you read what I was supposed to read, or give me something in bigger print.
See what's up.
Bear with me.
Or just put it on the screen, this will be sillier.
How am I not the only one who's actually here?
You're the only one with a laptop!
I had to rewrite this on the fly.
I had to read it on the fly.
If you message them.
I've been on it. With you. That's not how it works. That's him, two sides? No, I'm a judge. No, they don't. Ding, 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 ding. Damn it.
So you guys speaking to the microphone in order for the back record?
You
This
will,
is screen, doesn't it?
you will start reading right here with recklessness required. You want me to just read it?
Yes, I do. Yeah, no, genuinely, man, I can
These are what we
really see
call jury instructions. Normally you hear them after the trial. However, you all are the jury on this because we decide justice in this courtroom like we do in the rest of the United States. Whichever side has the most money at the end of it wins. At the end of the trial and the presentation of evidence, you will be asked to cast your vote for which party has won this trial. That money will, of course, go to the charity this weekend. However, here are the things to keep in mind as you hear the case. This is a case of gross negligence or reckless conduct, and whether or not those apply to the death of Arthur Aardvark. And determining whether or not FuzzyCon Inc. acted with gross negligence in preventing the injury, we have to look at something that is significantly worse than ordinary negligence. Ordinary negligence is you knew something may happen, so you had a duty to act reasonably to prevent it. Gross negligence is you knew something may happen and you acted really far outside of the standard of care anybody who thought that may happen would, substantially farther than that. If it is significantly deviated from a standard of care or what you would expect, that is gross negligence and it is not forgiven by a waiver. Same thing with reckless conduct. Reckless conduct is worse than negligence. Well, reckless conduct applies if you know a danger existed or you should have known a danger existed and you either intentionally acted or intentionally did not act in a manner that caused that injury to occur. We will be doing a comparative fault state. That means that each party can be responsible for a certain thing. For example, if you find that Arthur Aardvark was 30% responsible for his own death, Arthur Aardvark still wins. He just gets 30% less money. However, if Arthur Aardvark is determined to be 50% or more responsible for his own death, so if he is 51% responsible and FuzzyCon Inc. is 49% responsible, Arthur Aardvark gets nothing. If you find that both sides are equally responsible, Arthur Aardvark gets nothing. Obviously, we would like money to go to the charity, so somebody's got to be at fault here, okay?
Perfect.
All right, are we ready?
We are ready. Defense? Ready. Prostitution?
I still prefer the term legal worker.
In that case, I believe, I do forget which side's name.
That would be the plaintiff, that's me.
I don't like that. All right, you may start, but only if your opening statement begins with, "I'm a little teapot." God, you are a dapper asshole.
But I'm not. I'm a little teapot. To retain opposing counsel, Your Honor, people of our jury, how are you? My name is Boozy Badger. I appear before you today on behalf of my client, the estate of Arthur Aardvark. Now, you're going to hear today, and you'll notice that my esteemed colleague on the opposing side does have his client, cousin Page, at his table. I would like to inform you just right at the beginning that the grieving mother of Arthur Aardvark is not present today. June Aardvark has decided that she will attend only the damages phase of that, and we would ask that you place no weight on her absence. This is obviously going to be a very hard trial because of the things you are going to hear. And Arthur Aardvark, like many of you out there, went to a convention in the city of Pittsburgh. And we were coming out of the pandemic, things were reopening, and Arthur wanted to have fun. And we can understand that. We all remember those days of the lockdown. We remember how difficult it was to be at home, and we remember the relief of being out to do things again. And Arthur, an outgoing young man, an intelligent young man, a young man who had gone to college to dedicate his life to teaching, had put on his fursuit to go have a good time with his friends, in the safe environment of FuzzyCon. FuzzyCon, held every year in the city of Pittsburgh. FuzzyCon, whose leader, you will hear, has been famous for extolling his control over the city of Pittsburgh and its environs. FuzzyCon that made a promise, not only implicit but explicit in the safety provisions that they were already providing, that attendees would remain safe at their premises. You will hear that FuzzyCon was aware of parties down at the waterfront, and you will hear that FuzzyCon, rather than taking measures to stop those parties, allowed them to continue with the implicit approval of the convention. That they not only allowed that to happen, but then took security measures down there to try to control it. But they did not take safety measures down there. Instead, they decided that young adults in fursuits coming out of the pandemic, possibly imbibing alcohol on their premises, which we would note they were aware of and did not stop, resulted in Arthur Aardvark being jostled, falling, and drowning. And what was supposed to be a weekend of fun turned into a weekend of death. You will hear this.
I know you from my Discord server.
You know, I've actually done wrongful death cases, and I think that's the first time a juror has yelled woo.
Third for me. Harder when we're making you laugh, huh? Come on, professional.
You're going to hear this.
Be the best prostitute you can be. Sorry, worker.
At least unbutton your top button.
You will hear this from the mouths of Arthur Aardvark's horrified friend Tori, who who was present and watched her friend drown. And not only watched her friend drown, but watched her friend drown in front of the head of the safety for Fuzzy Khan, who took no action at first. And only took action when he had enough time to pull the lifeless body of this fursuiter from the river. You will hear this from the mouth of the medical director for the convention, who will talk about the lax policies down there, the dangers and the forewarnings that Cousin Page and Fuzzy Connie decided to ignore. And you will hear this from the mouth of Hatchet the Horse, DJ Hatchet the Horse, former runner of a convention themselves, professional and industry leader in the form of convention safety. And all of those people will say that not only did Fuzzy Con act negligently, something they do not deny, but that their negligence far exceeded the normal boundaries. They did not just fail to act. They failed to act so hard that no one else would fail to act in that manner. Anyone else looking at that would recognize the danger and say, there has to be some action. They took none. And that is why we are here. That is the verdict you will be asked to render at the end of this trial. With that, I will say one last thing. If we do seem off, it is a very emotional trial. You will forgive me. For I think of that young man often. And also, I am completely unprepared. We just finished this 2 hours ago.
Thank you very much. At this point, we will go over to the defense, but as they were a little teapot, you will need to justify that you are in fact a good boy. What is one good thing you have done?
Oh, whoa, wait a second.
You're done. What?
I thought he had to be short and stout. Look at me.
Short and stout is being a good boy.
You should come to my other panels later.
My personality. Defense?
Pick up suit from Taylor, bring passport to airport, pack camera. Wait a second. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither of the jury, we're going to hear today that client is being accused of gross negligence. Now, that's that he knew something, that he acted significantly outside of his duty. You, the citizens of Pittsburgh, know Cousin Page. You know him as a public figure, seen him on TV, you've heard his voice, you've heard him say, "Oh, my boy, yes, I need to get a bottle of wine right now."
I love Mr. Burns.
Excellent. But what you'll not hear is the fact that my client is not gross.
That was supposed to be louder, sorry.
I'm just impressed that you can do it on command.
Prostitution, you will stop playing Game of Thrones on the monitor that only we can read? I'll read it for the, hold on, no. That's right, I'm talking about you, you horrible person. Confess, 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 confess.
We've given the prostitution too much power.
Defense, you may continue.
I'll just conclude by saying this. Yes, my client, Fuzzy Khan, did have a responsibility. They had a responsibility to their attendees, they had a responsibility to Arthur Ehrenberg. They had a responsibility to future attendees of the convention. Thank you.
That is one excitable juror.
I think that.
Is that the same guy every time?
No.
We can't see shit up here. I agree, my client did have a duty, but any action is above and beyond when an area that's beyond an organization's control is the site of a horrible accident like this. My client did not have to do anything outside of their area of control, and every action that they took was above and
Your Honor, we're going to object at that point. I know it's improper in many cases to object during opening. However, they've already stipulated that the waterfront was within their purview.
Objection, Your Honor. We didn't read that.
Your Honor, we would direct Mr. Goodboy to this court's opinion on their motion for summary judgment where they did indeed accept that they were negligent. The only questions are gross negligence and reckless conduct. If it was outside their area of control, they could not be negligent in the first place.
I'll rephrase.
It's okay, you're a good boy, you're used to this, but you're boned.
What else is new? Was my client negligent? Absolutely. Grossly negligent? No. Come on.
I will ask the defense, are you actually using the come on technique?
Is it working?
Solid. I'm going to take that laptop away from you. All right, we have the opening statements, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I believe right now it goes back to the prostitution.
Need you to stop calling me that just
Sorry,
so
sorry.
badly.
Sorry, open mouth whore will be going back. There it is.
That is open mouth whore Esquire. I did not go to 3 years of legal whore school just to be referred to as
Like an extra $50. Continue.
Your Honor, at this time, the plaintiff would call Tory Dragon. Start the 10-minute clock.
Thanks, Chris.
I lost
I
myself.
downloaded on here.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I gotta put my hand on that.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I mean, sure.
Close enough.
Yeah, it works.
His personality!
Mistrial.
It's actually a dragon.
Sorry, Miss Dragon.
Thank you.
No problem.
So I've never been been in a court. I want to take a selfie.
The witnesses will refrain from taking selfies in the courtroom.
Everyone say gross negligence!
That is not how you vote.
You know what, Your Honor? I'm good with it.
As per comedy, the jury screaming stuff back at you does not count as a vote. Money counts as a vote.
No one's saying it count. Okay, look, exposure is just as important as money.
You have 10 minutes to either save a man or kill a man. Stop it.
Man's already dead!
Good evening, Miss Dragon.
I'll go ahead and object.
Could you
This
please-
is a civil matter. My client is not up for the death penalty.
Don't worry.
Time will take care of it.
Yeah, but Mr. Goodboy, based on the past several years of performance from you, I am certain you can put him in the electric chair.
Do you know it?
Miss Dragon, would you please state your name and age for the court?
I'm Tori Dragon. I'm 26 years old. I'm one of the biggest influencers out there. If you want to follow my page, it's @DragonFun. You'll have a good time. You can follow me on any social media you want. And if you're like over 18, you can see my spicy stuff. Woo!
Did the court just take a phone call? Hold on, the judge may have to leave.
We hope not. Hold on. We're finding out. Continue for now. Continue.
Miss Dragon, how are you employed?
I am an influencer, and I make I'm actually a lot like you. I'm a legal worker.
And Miss Dragon, are you familiar with Arthur Aardvark?
Yeah.
How are you familiar with Mr. Aardvark?
Artie was my best friend. We were fursuit siblings. We did everything together.
What is a fursuit sibling?
I don't know, you wrote it. Actually,
Literally the next sentence after the words describe it.
I know.
It's your statement.
Yes, it is. You'll never pin me down.
I've only got like 8 more minutes of direct. Keep going.
A fursuit sibling is someone who shares the fursuit maker. So we shared a fursuit maker after I convinced him to actually go ahead and get one from someone that wasn't gross.
Now, were you at FuzzyCon 2023?
I was.
And who were you there with?
I was there with Artie and a couple of my other friends. We're all influencers. We're filming cool stuff. We ran a panel.
Okay, you say you were all influencers filming cool stuff. What sort of stuff?
Well, just, fun videos, like how it goes. And we all, of course, filmed our panel, So You Think You're Poppy Fur. And then we were going to film the fursuit. Artie had come up with the idea to film the fursuit challenge. We thought it might be a fun idea.
Okay, what was the fursuit challenge?
So the idea was we had never gone down to the official we'd only ever done official stuff at the convention. So we were at the unofficial thing down at the waterfront, and there was these giant rock pillars. I don't know, they're boat leashes or something. And so you tie to when you do the boat leashes, you can actually set up a plank of wood. And Artie had the idea set up right between it, and then it'd be funny because fursuits are silly and they're goofy and they're kind of big. And so the idea was you just kind of walk across it, but it wasn't that big of a deal because I don't know, it wouldn't have been the way it was set up was worst case scenario you were gonna slip and your paw get a little wet or whatever.
Let me ask, you were at the waterfront, you said?
Yes, we were.
And it's my understanding from your statement there were advertisements for the waterfront?
There were.
Would you recognize one if I were to show it to you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. AV, we're going to be showing Exhibit 1.
Yep, that's it.
Is that the waterfront poster?
It is.
Okay, how would you describe that?
Well, tacky. Kind of a rush job.
Would you,
maybe only made 2 hours ago.
I would ask the witness to take notice that I actually did that one 12 hours ago.
Okay, an extra 10 hours. That must be where you got the fun font.
I can't breathe!
Would you describe that? Would that have led you to believe, or did that lead you to believe, that the rave was an official FuzzyCon event?
Well, so that's the thing, right? Because everyone was always joking about oh, it's unofficial, oh, it's official, oh, it's unofficial, oh, it's official. I think even old shrinkled raisin over there was had us when we were signing up for the whole thing. They had us take a quiz instead of just do the normal yeah, I agree to sell my soul. They had us take a quiz, and the quiz was a bit. It was all a bit. They're all just doing bits. I don't understand why we let these drunk comedians run conventions.
You say there was a quiz?
Yeah.
All right. Would you recognize that quiz if I showed it to you?
Yeah. I'm not an idiot. See?
I'm showing what we have pre-marked as Exhibit 3. Is that the quiz?
That sure is the quiz.
All right. You said that you believed that was a bit. Why did you believe that was a bit?
Well, I mean, I don't know, the four exclamation points in front of death it was written by a middle schooler.
Okay. And doesn't that state explicitly it wasn't a joke?
It does, but also they had this weird lawyer guy also cracking jokes about the whole thing, saying he was the lawyer, but he wasn't the lawyer, but he was the lawyer, and it says it so small, it's one of those commercials that sell you dick pills.
Now that exhibit referenced a liability waiver. Did you review that waiver at any point?
Oh yeah, no, totally. Everyone reviews the waiver.
I'm showing you what we have pre-marked as Exhibit 2. Is that the liability waiver?
Yeah, probably. I had to like scroll past it.
The witness will not use sarcasm to answer a no with a yes.
Let me ask very quickly. You say you scrolled past it. Why?
Well, I mean, who doesn't? It's just like, yeah, of course. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem realistic. Like, who dies at a furry con? What are you gonna die of embarrassment? Oh no, I didn't say the right thing.
I mean, if you're playing The Sims,
So,
yes.
you and Artie went down to the waterfront with your friends?
We did.
How would you describe the scene down there?
It was nanners.
Oh. Please define nanners for the jury.
Nanners is kind
And the judge.
Nanners is kind of like crazy, but like extra crazy. So like there were so many people down there. I swear to God, there were like more people than the actual convention, and like there were people actually checking for badges. We didn't bring our like lanyards with us. I think that's what it said. Yeah, we didn't bring our lanyards with us, and because like we didn't think we needed it, because it was like after the convention, right? Like it wasn't an actual convention event, but then like they had people down there. They actually had like the security down there doing all the shit and like checking people and like trying to wrangle people, and they had medical staff and other people checking badges, and it was like crazy because they didn't want like, I think somebody said they didn't want anyone that wasn't at the convention at this event, even though it was an unofficial event. So it was just very confusing.
Now, do you recall prior to taking the stand, I had asked you to view some photos of the waterfront from that evening?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm showing you what we marked as Exhibit 5. Is that an accurate depiction of the waterfront? From
Yeah, there I am.
Okay. So it looks pretty crowded, correct?
Oh yeah.
And when you all got to the waterfront, what occurred?
Well, we got down there, you know, we were hanging out, we were trying to enjoy the vibe. You know, we were just trying to like chill, and then Artie wanted to try doing the challenge because he always wanted to prove himself to be like the coolest guy at the party. He was always trying to be the biggest person whenever we were making videos. So he sort of decided like, you know, we found like a place sort of away from everybody, and we like set up the plank to film our little video so that we could just like get it out of the way, post it, and then go back to having fun.
Okay, before you take in the stand today, we reviewed a picture. Is that area in the red box, is that where you had that plank?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. The
And you had the plank between two of those concrete pillars, right?
Yep.
All right, describe the challenge.
So the idea was just to walk across the plank. Like, it didn't seem like that big of a deal, because like, you know, you just move across, and like, it wasn't that high up. So realistically, if anything's gonna happen, you're just gonna like lose a little, like you're just gonna like slip.
Okay, and what happened with Artie?
Well, thing is with Artie, he was doing his best, but like there were so many people down there, and when they got ready to something happened like in the distance, and we heard someone yelling staff, and everyone freaked out like they were cattle and started running. And as they started charging toward us, we freaked out while Artie was on the plank. They bumped him. Somebody bumped him, I think. I don't know. It was something like that. It happened so fast, and he just fell into the water. It was just too many people.
And when Artie went into the water, what occurred?
We all started yelling. We ran out. I was looking around, and I found someone. His name was Devin. He was like the head of not security, but like safety or something down there. He was a staff official. And I ran up to him and with my friends, and we were like, help, our friend, he fell in the water. Help, our friend, he fell in the water. Pretty dang clear.
And how did Devin react?
He was like, I don't care if somebody's fursuit gets wet.
What occurred after that?
My friend died.
Pretty clear. Would you mind describing how you found out your friend died?
Without using the word bananas.
Okay, my friend dying is not manners. You do not understand anything. My friend dying is like kooky, okay? Thank you.
Move on.
Okay. So what happened was, finally, after Devin got his head out of his ass, he dived into the water and tried to save Aardvark. He dived in like twice, and he came up with nothing until he finally popped up with Artie's head, and he dragged him to the edge of the waterfront, and they like started doing chest compressions on him, and then they got like the little like shock paddle things. I've only ever seen them like used at like room parties, but like they used them to like. And they like put him on his chest, and they started like hitting him with that, and then they finally, I heard like the last thing I really remember clearly before it got hazy was that they got a heartbeat, but got him down to the like ER, but later they.
To your knowledge, did Artie ever regain consciousness?
No, not officially. But.
To your knowledge, and I just want to be clear, you stated there was a FuzzyCon employee checking badges at the end of the ramp?
Yes.
And you all did not have your badges, but he let you by anyways?
Yes.
Was he doing that with other people that you saw?
Yeah.
Nothing further.
Defense, cross.
Ms. Dragon, Tori,
Yes.
you say that you're an influencer?
Yes.
It's not really mean unemployed.
And you say you're a good boy?
We'll move on.
Good.
Would you say that you and the other content creators, especially you and Artie, egged each other on?
I mean,
What's the phrase I'm trying to think of? Would you say that you topped each other? Am I using that right?
Maybe.
One out.
Artie was my first sibling, so if I topped Artie, that'd be problematic. Should I cancel you?
The witness will refrain from canceling the bench.
Your Honor, you're the bench. That's opposing counsel.
I can cancel you if you want. You got a lot of stuff in your closet.
Stay out of my closet!
Alkali's Closet Challenge.
If I wasn't gonna fall over, I'd kick you.
Yeah.
No! I want to do it. What?
Did you encourage him to engage in this reckless act?
I mean, I agreed to do it, but like, Artie kind of.
Did
Like-
you help set up the flag?
I did. Yes, I helped set up the plank, but like, yeah, Artie was always doing Artie was always going ham. That was his thing. He was always like, he wanted to be the best out of all of us.
Oh, so it was his decision to get on the flag.
I mean, I guess, yeah. He got on the plank. But like,
That's what I thought. Can we bring up Exhibit 1, please? A poster?
oh yeah, middle school.
Exactly. Can you read what it says at the end of the first line there?
Leaving,
Second line.
drops,
The whole phrase.
start when the sun goes down and ends whenever the last furry drops.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, that's in bad taste. Or, that's in bad taste.
And can we bring up the waiver quiz, please? Exhibit
The waiver or quiz?
quiz. Can we zoom in on that very last line? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, stop. I can't believe you're making me say this, and I can't believe I'm saying it to you, but that's too big.
That's what she said?
Perfect.
That's what he said.
What's that last line on there?
Damn it, guys!
Defense, continue.
Please read that last line aloud.
close parenthesis.
Thank you. Is this for the waiver?
It said this isn't a joke. It's not, my friend's dead. And your raisin man killed him.
This seems like a joke to you.
It's not.
Can we bring up a waiver, please? Now, you said that you didn't read this, correct?
I mean, I scrolled through it.
Would you agree that you have a duty to read what you sign?
Objection calls for legal conclusion.
Oh, no, sustain. Hypothetically, would you just install iTunes?
Yeah. Because I'm normal.
Does that seem responsible to you?
Objection.
Opinion, sustained.
Nothing further.
All right.
Very brief redirect, Your Honor.
Is redirect, is that what's my thing? Redirect.
Dory,
Yeah?
my wonderful colleague over on the opposing side asked you to read that last line.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to read the last line. I am going to ask you to read the magnification level we needed to make that readable.
350%.
And were there any staff at the waterfront stopping attendees from walking on planks directly beside a river?
No. They were busy
Nothing
trying to be
further.
like police officers.
Nothing further.
Nothing further.
Let's hear it for Chris the Comedy Bunny!
Your Honor, at this time, the plaintiff would call Dr. Lindsay Rogers, MD.
Bailiff, if you would. 10 going on the clock. Are you waking up the... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Was my witness nodding off?
Your witness was full out asleep.
No objection.
Oh, God. We're about to find out. Your witness just handed me Narcan and said, just in case.
Your Honor, Dr. Rogers is very dedicated to public safety as a medical professional and is just making sure that the court can address any issues that may arise in the jury, the parking lot on the way home, in the middle of the testimony.
Yes, you may, bailiff.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Sure. Good enough.
Dr. Rogers, I'm going to hand you a microphone.
Thank you.
Dr. Rogers, are you familiar with FuzzyCon?
Yes,
And how are you familiar with FuzzyCon?
I was on a board that was asking for security and safety.
And they met you during these meetings,
They didn't want to.
but they did meet with you. And they observed your demeanor.
I think so.
And what was their reaction to having met with you?
They gave me money.
For to do what?
Keep my mouth shut.
Did they hire you?
I think I signed a contract.
So they met with you and then they hired you.
No, it was after.
They hired you after they met with you.
Yes.
Okay, so they
Is that
met.
how that goes?
They met with you. They saw how you were and how you acted, and then they hired you.
Absolutely.
And what did they hire you to do?
Safety and security for medical?
Oh, did they have you stationed at the waterfront?
Oh, no. They didn't have anything at the waterfront. They refused.
And did they have you responding to medical emergencies at the waterfront?
No.
No.
I was going to, but they kept me too far away.
So they met you, and then they decided to hire you to run their safety and medical team?
Yep, the tent I wanted, they said no, so I stayed inside.
Nothing further.
Okay. Fence cross. 5. Go.
Dr. Rogers, you said that they hired you as safety and medical, but that you were not among the emergency personnel that were stationed at the waterfront, correct?
That is true.
Witness will refrain from taking naps or anything else. Defense continue.
Where were you stationed, Dr. Rogers?
At the ER.
Do you think that would be a good place for a doctor to be?
It is a fantastic place for a doctor to be. There's all kinds of drugs there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today. Nothing further.
Brief redirect, Your Honor.
Redirect go.
Did you ever meet Arthur Aardvark?
Yes.
How did you meet Arthur Aardvark?
He was unconscious. And at the ER, waiting to be resuscitated.
Was he resuscitated?
Nope.
And you were, once again, cannot stress this enough, hired to run medical and safety at FuzzyCon 2023.
I was definitely higher than that.
Okay, I'm gonna fall off this fucking chair, you asshole. Stop.
Did you at any point receive an email from Cousin Page after the event?
Maybe.
If I showed you that email, would you recall it?
Yup.
Is that the email you received from Cousin Page?
No, it was only 1,000. If it was that, I would have probably taken it.
And just to be clear, we are talking about the offer right there where Cousin Page says, "What a day, almost perfect. What you did for that Arthur fellow was amazing. I was thinking you deserve a reward. How about 2,000? Just don't tell anyone about it."
He altered that. It was definitely not 2,000.
How much was it?
1,000.
Nothing further.
Brief recross, Your Honor.
Oh, please.
Hey, can we bring that document back up, that email?
Sure.
Okay, Dr. Rogers, I want to ask first, was the waterfront rave during the event?
Was it what?
Was the waterfront rave during FuzzyCon?
Yes.
Are you sure? Would you like to check your sworn statement?
Our sworn statement says I'm also clean.
You know what? Let's keep going with this. And take a look at the email that was sent to you. Let's take a look at specifically what you did for that Arthur fella. What did you do for that Arthur fella?
I actually pulled out his ventilators. Was in the ER overnight, and
Your Honor, very briefly, I would like to reiterate, FuzzyCon's already accepted responsibility for the death. The only question is whether their employees or agents were grossly negligent or reckless.
I'm not sure if that's a question anymore.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm just trying to help them out because this witness has testified several times they hired him, and I believe the witness just said they actively yanked the respirator out of him. I move for a directed verdict.
Guilty!
Actually, I just have one question for context. I feel like context is very important in this situation. Why were you at the ER?
I'm a doctor that works there and help people.
Oh, you're a doctor that works at the ER.
Yes,
So you were working at the ER while you were working at the ER?
correct.
So you weren't working for FuzzyCon? Nothing further.
There's two actual lawyers.
Back to prosecution.
Oh, wait a second. Dr. Rogers, you recall giving your sworn statement, right? Okay.
Objection, no, he doesn't.
I would like to direct you to lines 151 through 154 of your sworn statement. Do you see down there at the bottom, lines 153 through 154, I later learned?
The family has enough life support.
And is that what you meant when you said you removed the respirator?
Correct.
So you were just following the family's request that he be removed from life support at that time?
Correct.
Prior to Mr. Aardvark being taken to Allegheny General Hospital where you were treating him in your role as an ER doctor, did you provide treatment to him on premises at FuzzyCon 2023?
No. Or did I? I don't remember.
You're
I'm gonna
actually
object
correct.
right here. I'm gonna object. Do I need to say it?
No, not really.
I'm gonna say it.
Badgering the witness. And that will be sustained.
It was my witness.
I just like that term.
Oh, wait a second. Doctor, you're right. You were working at FuzzyCon 2023, but you were not on duty that evening, correct? At FuzzyCon. Okay. So you were familiar with FuzzyCon's medical policies?
Absolutely.
And how would you describe the medical policies at the waterfront?
Almost non-existent.
Were logs being kept of FuzzyCon attendees' medical injuries?
Yes.
And were you responsible for reviewing those logs?
Yes.
I'm showing you what we have marked as Exhibit 7. Is that a true and correct copy of the FuzzyCon 2023 medical and injury log for July the 2nd?
I think I might be on that list.
I would like to point out here, when we look at that log, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What is happening at
About
this
7
convention?
injury locations marked as the waterfront.
Yes.
And of those 7, how many of them relate to falls and bruising, crowd anxiety? Fair to say all 7 of them?
Yes.
Does that indicate that the crowd may have been too large there?
Most definitely.
Now, I do also want to point out you have on here 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like about 5 injuries with a location of hotel room.
They were probably first.
Yeah, all of those are marked as the injury being rope burned, correct?
I was curious about those too.
We all have our secrets.
I guess that's got no bearing on the case. I'm just rather proud of that, and I wanted it to be pointed out. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ross?
Nothing further.
Let's hear it for John!
I'm really hoping that my last witness is present. Your Honor, at this time, the plaintiff will call DJ Hatchet the horse.
Bailiff, if we can get DJ Hatchet the horse, unless they are outside making money still. Oh, no, oh no.
We're shaking and baking.
Yo, what up, man?
I have a Bible down when you're done.
You know what that is? Liability.
How do I swear him in?
I don't know.
Hand, now!
Yo, hey. Hey.
I thought they left you their job.
Chill. My man's getting to it.
We don't have time for this.
Who me?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Absolutely, Q, let's do this.
Good enough for me.
You may
DJ.
seat and say Stephen.
DJ, your microphone.
Yeah, I need my...
Please state your name.
Dennis Jacoby Hatchett.
Mr. Hatchett, how are you employed?
I'm a consultant and the safety director for FCLR. I do some press, and I do some odd jobs, $40 is $40.
What is the FCLR?
The Furry Con, would you remind me, because the witness statement that I have does not happen.
Maybe the Furry Convention Leadership Roundtable.
Leadership Roundtable, there you go.
Wonderful, and you are their safety director.
Yes, I am.
What background, if any, other than that, do you have in furry conventions?
I was the con chair for Fuzzy Weekend Albuquerque. Was shut down due to financial issues. I also publish a magazine. There's a rule named after you quarterly, and review furry events and blog about them. I know a lot about the safety, and ultimately I ended up in the safety position that I am based on prior relationships such as those.
So just to reiterate, you were the con-chair of Fuzzy Weekend Albuquerque?
Yes.
And you were the con-chair when FWA went bankrupt?
Yes.
FWA went bankrupt. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
What?
DJ, are you familiar with FuzzyCon?
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar with FuzzyCon's activities on the waterfront?
Look, I was out there, and then I came back because some shit went down.
Please describe the shit that went down.
Oh boy.
Somebody died.
What person died?
Arthur Aardvark.
Arthur Aardvark. When you were down there, oh no, we've lost one of our images, I think.
Guilty!
When you went down there, how would you describe their area, their activities down there?
In a single word?
Yes.
Chaos.
What do you mean by chaos?
Chaos is in, when you have a lot of people, it's very overcrowded, not enough staff, not enough safety people, not enough lifeguards, not enough people directing traffic. It was just an overwhelming experience, and for signage, you name it, they did it, which meant that it's not up to code and they did nothing.
You say signage, what do you mean?
Signage such as, walk the plank, feel like you're abandoning the ship. That doesn't help anybody. Where is the signage for safety? This needs to be done to code.
And when you say signage for safety, what would you expect to see?
Signage to direct traffic, or such signage as if you aren't a signed up participant to these events, maybe you shouldn't be part of this. In fact, you shouldn't be part of this, and there should be people directing you to not be part of this.
Now, I want to show you what we're marking as Exhibit 9.
What is wrong?
They did have signage going down to the waterfront, correct?
Yes.
Would you
It's been a fantastic experience being part of AnthroCon up to this point.
Would you describe that signage as being adequate to warn of any dangers at the waterfront?
How would you even know what's happening? You signed a death warrant. Okay. Is there a firing squad? Is there a Grapes of Wrath ride? Is there a human treadmill? Who knows?
And wait, we know that there was not a firing squad there,
I
correct?
just want to be clear. It is this sign right here, that's the sign, right?
Yep, they had
That one right there.
but they sure didn't have a budget for this many people on a ride. Follow the safety directions. You could actually get hurt. There was nothing along those, but they clearly had the budget for that.
Wonderful. And your
Don't worry,
expert,
you're under my boy, he's elsewhere.
in your expert opinion, as a furry convention safety professional,
Yes.
what would you have expected to see for an area like the waterfront with that crowding on that evening?
Well, first of all, a way to designate by roping off and having a team guiding those that are participants in the activities and those that are merely watching. You get intoxicated people, they see, they see little Timmy in their doggy fursuit having a good time and they think they can imitate that. Maybe this is their first time in a fursuit. Maybe they get in a lot of trouble because they didn't sign up, maybe you didn't even sign the waiver, and not knowing what the obstacles may be or the events may be, you can run into trouble quickly, just like that.
Now, I want to show you what we previously marked and entered as Exhibit 6. You see this area right here with the red box?
Yes.
Let me ask you, in your opinion, as a former con runner and con safety professional, what should have been done to make that area safer?
Well, if you get an overcrowding problem, sure looks like a bunch of people could be just falling in the drink. Should have roping, you should have stanchions, you should have a physical barrier between them and the water.
And to your knowledge, was any of that in place at FuzzyCon 2023?
No, based on witness statements that I gathered after returning and video from the scene, no.
And did that video show the crowding situation down there?
Yes, it showed that exactly what we thought was happening with the overcrowding was obviously apparent.
Yeah, and what would in your expert opinion, what would any responsible convention be doing in regards to crowding in an area like that?
Well, the event itself should have it, like I said, it was roped off. They should also be able to control the flow of the crowd. If there's too many people, you can't let any more people in. If you're doing an event, you should have spotters that know when people are at different places of the obstacle. They should be using buddy system. There's different types of things to avoid the tragedy that, I wouldn't even say it's a tragedy.
Now would be a good time to shut up, DJ.
No, it was a damn accident waiting to happen. That's hard to say about tragedy. It was waiting to happen. They have a history of doing this. They're known to do this. They should spend the money.
Objection, we do not have a history of killing our attendees.
Yeah.
Sustained.
Objection!
That's not how this works.
We have nothing further.
Cross.
Buddy B. How you doing, Charlie Brown?
Have we met before?
Somewhere down the line, Dr. D, 666.
You got together with the doctor from the last set, didn't you?
$20 is $20.
What does that mean?
You know what that means!
Only because he's talking with the prostitution.
Your Honor, may I jump in here?
I'm sorry?
May I jump in here?
Oh, please, go ahead and do your job.
So,
5
what,
minutes out.
$20?
$20.
Talk to me.
$40!
That's not me.
100,000!
If you bring that up to the charity right now, I will take my shirt off.
If they bring that up, I will take your shirt off.
DJ Hatchthorne, Deej, if may I?
Dennis, Jacoby, Hatchet. Come on, man. I know we're all about nicknames here, but you gotta get it right. Cool beans.
You just called me Charlie Brown.
Now, you mentioned that a reasonable safety officer would have roped off the area outside the. God damn, it's probably going to take waterway.
Waterfront.
Is that correct? You did say that?
That it should be roped off? Yes.
how many rope burn injuries were reported at FuzzyCon this year?
I can bring up the medical logs
You would
again,
have to
hold
bring
on.
I'm not a medical examiner.
I believe the number was 7. 7.
7.
They perform.
That's very interesting. Can we also bring up the death waiver sign?
Sure. I'm fine with that. Hold on, let me bring it
I
back
don't know
in.
if he walks in here, I'm gonna kill you all.
No, we're not. We're far from fine.
Oh my God. You're gonna say shit like that, Joe.
He's coming! He's here!
Oh. If anybody of you say Kage is coming, I don't want to hear about it.
Defense continue.
Hatchet, do you often disregard signs that say death waiver on them?
To me, that's marketing.
Does that make sense to you? Like, would you ordinarily, would a person of reasonable intelligence and reasonable sense ignore a sign that says death waiver?
In regards to what? What death waiver?
Exactly!
So you wouldn't ask any questions whatsoever. You would just go about what you were doing and not wonder about a death waiver?
Hey, good time is a good time.
$20 is $20.
I mean, look, you can't participate in an event that's all hyped up on social media and trying, it's supposed to be a fun time. When you see, you go to a haunted house, you have a reasonable expectation that you're going to get out alive. Just like in this, you probably have a reasonable expectation that you're going to get out alive. This is all supposed to be fun and games to these people.
Let me jump on something you said here. Hype and social media. Now, as a professional, you review furry events, is that correct?
Yes.
So would you say that you have a financial interest in sensationalization?
Look, I take my tiny house out to Bob Evans and get free parking in the rear. Yeah, I get modestly paid for my work. But
That's an insight.
I wouldn't say that I had any particular interest I just reflect on what I know about safety and how I enjoyed the event and share both my knowledge as well as what happened at the event.
How many retweets did you get last time you made a call-out post?
I have no idea. I don't check any of that. I don't pay for premium. I told you, I'm doing things for $20.
And were you paid for your testimony today?
Yes.
How much were you paid for your testimony today, and by whom?
$5,000 by the plaintiffs.
Nothing further?
I love that dude.
Very brief redirect.
Redirect go.
We paid you for expert testimony,
Yep.
expert opinion testimony,
Yep.
for which every expert ever retained is paid.
Yeah. You want a coroner to investigate your shit? You gotta pay him.
Nothing further.
Furry defense.
Nothing further.
Let's hear it for Andy!
Take this one down, man.
Microphone.
Your Honor, moving our exhibits into evidence, the plaintiff would rest.
Ladies ref, we go over to the defense, buddy.
The defense isn't going to rest, but defense calls. Defense calls Ethan Cameron.
Bailiff, thank you. Iggy, you will stand for the swearing in.
Oh, shit.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Hold that thought for a second. Come on, parlay. Yes! I just won 30,000. Okay, sorry, you were saying?
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Good enough.
All right, they're swearing in. We're starting over there.
Iggy, could you give us a little background of your history with furry, fuzzy thing?
Okay, so in the pandemic, we were all a little, but I discovered that that there was a furry convention that was 3 hours away from me after I went down this huge furry rabbit hole during the pandemic. And things in Altoona can get really boring, and everyone hates me after I invented the famous Altoona pizza, so I had to really look for a bit. So, I discovered this convention and I figured, you know what, it might be fun. And you know what, they also asked me to monitor the safety of our attendees, so I figured, why not go for it? I decided to go for my first time, never been before, but hey, I was assigned to a 10-20 cohort that night, and they gave me a training session at 8, and as they clearly showed, you only need 2 hours to prep.
That's what the professionals do, obviously. Now, how was your first time at FuzzyCon?
I mean, aside from the whole someone died, I'd say it was pretty awesome. And I mean, again, like, this is a convention that has over 10,000 attendees. If only one person dies, 99.99% of you lived and have a great time. I think that kind of evens it out. I think we're pretty good with that. Don't you think, guys?
Now, did you ever actually meet Arthur Aardvark?
I mean, I did actually meet Arthur, and let me tell you, he was a bit of a, as the locals say, a jack-off. I was trying to get him to, I was looking over the scenes at the waterfront, and he was definitely one of the bigger troublemakers. I tried to rein him in a bit, and he just was like, no, why should I listen to you? You're a millennial. And okay, first off, I was born in 1995. I was only 2 years off from being Gen Z. All you have to say is Paige ordered us to kill Arthur?
You will not read the pain-in-the-ass prosecution's messages to you.
Okay, what's your Venmo? I also do Cash App, PayPal, or shit, just give me a Wendy's big bag. I'll cover that.
Did you try to dissuade Arthur from taking a kind of irrational or rational?
God, look at your.
I mean, after a certain point, I tried to get people to stop and they just would not do anything, so I decided to go up and get a vantage point. But hey, there was someone down there looking over the platform, so everything was okay. I mean, eventually I did learn that Arthur went to the water and the person at security who Tori was being very rude to, I should add, he was being very calm, very collected. He dived in, got everyone out in like 45 seconds. It all worked out. I mean, like, except the whole like Arthur being alive part. But I mean, like, by the time we saw him, he was less Arthur and more DW, dead and wet. So, yeah, I actually learned he died in the ER the next day, but again, most people had a great time, and I think we should focus on the good and not the bad. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. Didn't Hannah Montana sing that?
Yeah, then she drowned.
Let's continue.
Iggy, when you were at the vantage point at the top of the stairs, you saw, in your sworn statement, you said that you saw something.
Could you repeat that?
In your sworn statement, you said that you saw something at the top of at your vantage point at the top of the stairs. Red flag?
Oh yeah, there was a staff member that was waving a red flag, but, I mean, it wasn't really doing much. I mean, what can I say? Furries tend to love ignoring red flags.
And in this case, what did the red flag mean?
It means stop doing that. I don't know.
So you were a staff member at the time?
Yeah, I was. They gave us a training session.
Yeah, you advised Arthur specifically not to do the thing he was about to do.
I mean, I didn't see him put the plank up, but he was just being a little gremlin, and I just told him to, like, take a chill pill. I don't know if you're being peer pressured, but I'll be your friend. You don't need to do anything you don't want to do. you don't need to go into a plank. I don't know. You could do whatever you want. But I just want them to be happy.
It sounds like you and the rest of the staff were actually pretty on the ball.
I would say we were. I mean, sure, the one person who was there staffing was 16 years old, but hey, that's how old Katniss was when she defeated the Capitol. So, hey, children are our future. Okay, maybe not Arthur, but...
Nothing further. The defense would like to submit the chairman fingers into evidence.
Accepted.
I
Prosecution?
have one question. Would you say your empathy and dedication to your attendees is indicative of every employee of FuzzyCon?
I mean, everyone on my team seems very dedicated. All two of us. Nothing further.
Defense?
Further, that we made our point.
Let's hear it for Ozzy!
Defense?
Hey, buddy, I'll agree to settle this for $10 million and your dignity. No, I don't have that.
The prosecution will stop trying to bribe everyone. What is this? The United States? Oh, yeah.
I would like to point out to the court, settlement offers are not bribes.
Yeah, they are if you make the defense pay for them.
That's how a settlement works.
Oh, I gotta read a law book.
We had one. We downloaded it. Defense calls Devin Coyote.
Let's see if Devin Coyote's still in the room. Oh, wait, no, there they are.
Hello, how y'all doing? Sorry.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So help me God.
You may be seated. Finally!
Right? This is so nice!
Bribe him!
Deb, why don't you tell us your background with FuzzyCon?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background with FuzzyCon?
Well, my name is Devin Coyote. I'm a 63-year-old man. I'm employed by FuzzyCon Inc. as an on-site director of safety. I'm a trained EMT and qualified rescue diver. I've been a volunteer staffer with FuzzyCon for a little over 12 years, and my accent is unplaceable. Prior to that time, I was a lifeguard, possibly in Massachusetts. Maybe Pittsburgh in a weird dimension. How you feel? And a lifeguard instructor for the State's Department of Natural Resources, working from the state's park resorts. I was eligible to retire with a full pension at 60 when I began seeing other options. I have participated in a number of furry conventions over the years and offered my service to Cousin Pygate to help with FuzzyCon to give back.
Yeah, what can you tell us about the organizational structure of FuzzyCon?
Well, at each event organized by FuzzyCon, there are lead coordinators in all the departments, safety, public relations, dealers den, etc. Each of us report to the con chairman, who coordinates the overall experience. There's a lot of travel involved, very long hours leading up to and during the convention weekend. Typical year, we go over what happened the year prior, what areas we need to improve on, and which areas we're doing well on, as my accent drifts closer and closer to Chicago. And the like, throughout the entire year leading up to the convention. But coming out of COVID, I had to make sure our team was extra well prepared.
Okay, what steps did you take to prepare your staff this year?
Well, we have a few members of our staff every year who are trained EMTs like myself, and we have standby transport emergency patients to local medical facilities. In total, an event with 10,000 participants will require more than 75 safety staff. twice what our insurance agent suggested. This year, at my suggestion, we even added Dr. Rogers to provide a new level of coordination with the local emergency rooms, just in case. And I'm glad we did. Otherwise, Arthur would not have made it to the hospital alive.
And what makes you say that?
Oh. Once FurryCon has decided what its highest risk events will be, like your dances, competitions, anything physical, I met with local health and safety authorities to prepare for them for what to expect. At this point, many medical professionals and offices in the area have experienced FurryCon or similar events, like FuzzyCon there. But sometimes the meetings can be more extensive to get everybody up to speed. Well, this was the first year FuzzyCon would unofficially be using the riverfront, the waterfront, as part of the convention. And that added a whole new paradigm to prepare for. I met with staff from local hospitals way back in May, medical facilities, sheriff's department, etc. And we also worked with local firefighters and EMT services. At the initial meeting, Hage was to be there to introduce the event and key personnel, but after that, I was the primary. We met 5 or 6 times throughout the year. At 2 additional meetings during the week of the convention, Dr. Rogers, who served as an on-site medical coordinator, was present at most of the meetings and offered some insight and suggestions for injury prevention protocols for handling emergency situations. Everyone on our staff found Dr. Rogers to be extremely helpful, if not a bit pompous. If I am being honest, it was Hatchet the horse nosing around that gave me the biggest anxieties. Hatchet could not set up their own event, and that ridiculous idea of an administrative body for furry conventions was failing miserably. I think he applied for my job like 6 or 7 times before I finally got it. I mean, who put that person in charge? Kage only even allowed Hatchet around because the con was struggling because of lockdown. So we needed the press. To me, that was like inviting the fox into the henhouse. Every FuzzyCon is designed and planned with safety as our top priority. We cite our triage and medical locations and common areas to be available to service the whole space, with attention paid to those that have a higher potential or historical incidents of injury. Each panel or event space is staffed by at least 1 volunteer. All of our safety staff, the waterfront, has water rescue or lifeguard experience. As I said, I am myself an experienced rescue diver. Medical staff are constantly roving the large event, such as dances and yes, the waterfront party. All health and safety personnel are in complete communication with one another on a dedicated comm link. Health and safety personnel carrying 2 comm devices. One monitors the general chatter of the convention so that we know what's going on. The second is a dedicated med link so we can communicate with one another and summon additional medical assistance if we need without fighting for airspace in the general traffic.
Oh, that sounds very prepared. Let's skip ahead to the waterfront. What did you see at the waterfront?
Well, strap in because it's a bit of a long one.
Maybe paraphrase it, Devin.
Ask me to paraphrase my life? Ask Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John to paraphrase the Bible? What's next?
You know what? I can do it. Hold on. Kid was born, miracle, 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 dead, alive, dead, boom.
That's solid.
I'll excuse your blasphemy and get on with my shit.
The defense does not excuse his blasphemy.
My first rotation was about 10:30 p.m. and I immediately noticed there was a huge number of people on the waterfront. Far more than they should be. You see, since we have taken over the waterfront again, officially, unofficially, the idea was to attempt, to the best of our abilities, to exclude people who do not have a convention badge. However, since the waterfront is situated how it is, there's entrances and exits all over the damn place. So people can just be coming in and you have no idea who's really there. So we have our initial safety officer near the front. He's maybe 16 years old. Well, okay, he's got to be at least 19, but to me he looks freaking 4. But he's working out there, and I just see floods and floods of people going through, and I'm like, hey, Fred, you got to get it together, man. So he's like, I'll use a more stern voice. I don't know if he has a more stern voice, but I turn around, it's a freaking zoo in there. Then 20, 30 minutes later, back to calm. That's the thing. These things kind of come in waves. Sometimes it's all right. Sometimes it's getting a bit nuts, and that's when we're supposed to jump into action.
So when you jumped into action, why don't you tell us what exactly happened when you pulled Arthur out of the water?
Well, not long into my shift, I observed a further increase in the rate of attendees, another influx. I see people gathering near the water, things are getting loud, and to be honest, it was hard to tell if this was more than a normal amount of excitement versus a dangerous amount of excitement. But I go over there. I see the people are starting to scream, and then suddenly I got Tori Dragon, remember her? She's screaming in my face, incoherently. But before trying to clear the area and She was talking about how, hey, this first suitor was missing. But before I start jumping in the water here, I need to make sure that there actually is someone to rescue in my time. I'm asking people, I'm talking around, I send off my respective security alerts to our medical team, as I have aforementioned. I alert Page, and then when it becomes clear that there is someone actually missing, I jump into action. I dive into the water, I got a flashlight, I'm looking around, 2 or 3 dives later, I see this guy half under the concrete. You know the river goes under the concrete, right? A friggin' nightmare. Get under there, forget about it. I'm an Italian now.
And
I see this guy, I pull him up out of the water, get him there, we administer CPR immediately, of course, and after 2 or 3 defibrillations from the automatic defibrillator we had on hand, we got a heartbeat, and we sent him off to the hospital.
So you'd say that you took action immediately when you were able to provide medical care?
Well, from all outside observers, it was estimated it was about 2 to 3 minutes before I entered the water. Between him entering the water and me entering the water, 2-3 minutes. Water. It's been a water burger.
Would you say there was quite a bit of water, like a lot of water?
There was at least 6 water.
Was there any ice on the water?
Ice on the water?
Yeah, what ice?
What month does this convention occur in again?
You can have water ice any time of the year.
Water and ice?
Water ice.
Water ice?
Hold on, Bailiff, that's right.
What about dry ice?
Water?
Continue.
Defense, continue.
I'm gonna go ahead and object to that entire last line of questions, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I did and still sustained.
Let's wrap up here. Would you
I know, it's a lot.
It is.
It's almost as much as there is water in the riverfront.
Right. I have a lot of feelings right now because my heart goes out to the grieving mother who did not show up today.
Your Honor, I'm
mean,
gonna object. That's not a question.
Please stick to the questions, defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to be all for now. We have nothing further.
Cross?
Very briefly, since Mr. Aardvark's unfortunate death, you all have taken additional safety measures?
I know he did, I just gotta find where it tells me how I did it.
Line 166
No,
down.
thank you very much there. My page does not contain numbers. I got a 62.
Line 166 down. You know what, I can actually make this easier. Since Mr. Aardvark's death, you all have put up fencing between the concrete pillars, haven't you?
Yes, we've put up barriers that
You've hired additional rescue divers, haven't you?
we have indeed, they're on shift regularly.
You've increased your medical staff down there, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
You've become more strict about checking badges, haven't you?
To the best of our ability in the strange area.
Anything stop you from doing all that before one of your attendees drowned at your waterfront?
Well, look, this type of medical incident could occur anywhere.
It's a yes or no question, Mr. Coyote. Did anything prevent FuzzyCon from taking those measures prior to the death of one of your attendees?
Nothing prevents anybody from doing anything. What's your point? No.
Nothing. Oh, actually, one last question. You testified that you met Dr. Rogers?
I have.
The same Dr. Rogers that testified earlier?
Oh, you betcha.
And you thought they were a valuable addition to the FuzzyCon team?
I'm not sure if I was actually consulted on that particular matter.
But you did say in your statement you thought they were a valuable addition to the FuzzyCon team.
Well, they got those letters in front of their name.
Nothing further.
Defense?
Brief redirect.
Hit it.
What measures did you take before the incident as far as training goes?
Well, like I said before, we had, I myself trained diver, there's more than one of us around, we just had to increase the number since then. We have extensive pre-planning from A to Z, we got everybody on hold.
And did FuzzyCon spend a lot of money on safety training?
Oh, absolutely, we spend tens of thousands of dollars, well, not tens of thousands, but thousands of dollars, that'd be ridiculous per attendee. I take it, I had this, man. Fuzzy County spends thousands of dollars every year on safety training. The company also spends hundreds of thousands in external event safety costs. This is the first fatality in our entire history. Since this tragedy, we've taken steps to improve our safety, especially in the waterfront area. Like, I know a lot of people know about Baywatch TV, but the challenge we don't talk about in life saving is how to deal with losing people, because you will lose people. To a heart attack, surf, a collision. People engaged in physical activity die sometimes. I will fight to my last breath for the ones that we can save, but that's the hardest thing sometimes. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Nothing further. I'm ready.
Let's hear it for the one, the only Pepper Coyote!
You're on the last witness now. You're on the last witness.
That was the last witness?
Oh, go ahead.
The defense calls Cousin Page to the stand.
Well, just because he did the training doesn't mean he can do it.
What? You can trust him.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So help me God.
You may be seated.
Yes, they'd be cool to see, but actually just like...
I'd just like to point out that two of the defense's witnesses were cooperative.
Yeah, you get bonus points in the swimsuit round. Continue.
You didn't complain last time.
If I may ask the indulgence of the court and of the prostitution, I may be a bit shaky. I am not in close proximity to wine at present time.
I would like you to not drink wine in the courtroom!
It's medicinal, Your Honor, my boy.
There is no medicinal wine!
Are you a medical expert, Your Honor?
The fact that all three of you had a response to that worries me.
I'm very surprised the court doesn't know about medicinal wine.
Doctor, I have a headache.
First medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. Yes, we got trouble. Right here in River City.
Oh, nice. Well done.
Cough sent me in the head.
Defense. Cousin Page, you mentioned a second ago that alcohol is not allowed in here. Where are we right now?
In hell?
I believe we're at FuzzyCon.
Yes, we are at FuzzyCon.
Is alcohol allowed in FuzzyCon?
On my stage, my boy? I believe we've had several meetings about this.
Confidence. But are attendees allowed to bring in outside alcohol?
No.
And why is that?
Because it presents the liability and the danger to life and health. A dreadful substance. I never touch it.
I'd like to submit into evidence Mr. Badger's con badge. Cousin Page, would you please tell us what you see here?
It's a staff badge.
And what does it say?
Read it.
Do it. O'Doul's non-alcoholic badger.
Cousin Page, is FuzzyCon a party? How would you describe FuzzyCon?
Well, I believe I said something to the effect of this.
You've said a lot of things about that.
I have said a lot of things about that. I'm going to ask you to tell me where I said them, because I'm afraid the tremens.
Try line 40.
Yes, I apologize. Your Honor, your courtship. The prostitution.
FuzzyCon is in fact not a party. We are a convention by people who know how to party, but we are responsible adults. Us? Perhaps not you.
And for the rest of us. Now, Kampage, FuzzyCon's also a business, correct? How much does it cost to insure this event?
Oh, a great amount of money, more than I'd like to discuss, frankly. It's exorbitant amounts of money to ensure a safe and well-run operation like ours. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, in fact.
And how much does the entire event cost to put on? And by the time you clean up after the event?
Oh.
Soup to nuts.
What?
That's an expression.
For you?
Has nobody ever heard of feel like a goose walked on your grave? Am I making this up or am I having a stroke?
Listen, Grandpa, nobody else understands soup and nuts. Move on.
Hot Would you like to hear the question again? How much does the con cost to put on in its entirety?
$1 million.
Oh, wait, soup and nuts means all in.
What?
Soup and nuts means all in, all together, the whole cost.
Yeah, right, like from your appetizer course to the finish.
I've been out old-timey folksy.
Yeah, you know,
you've been to Hofbrau House.
Continue.
To answer your question, I don't believe I actually answered several $100,000 worth of costs. I believe.
I believe in your sworn statement you did say $1 million.
1 million?
Yes. I know, that's a lot, isn't it? Now, that's obviously a huge expense, but safety is important, wouldn't you say?
I would say it is extremely important, yes.
Now, there is one thing that, can we bring up the death waiver?
Which one?
The death waiver sign.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Back at the end, say which one.
What face?
That's you in the picture there, right?
Yes.
Clearly. Now tell me about this death waiver.
Well, the name death waiver is somewhat of a joke. It's a liability waiver that protects the convention in the event of accidental death or injury or mental damage. And we jokingly refer to it as a death waiver, but really, it's just a standard waiver of liability to be sure that our attendees are as safe as they can be.
Can we also bring up Exhibit 3, the attention checkpoint registration process? And can we just do it back into 350%, please? You said that it's a bit of a joke, but right here it's not a joke because we take safety very seriously, correct?
That is correct. The death waiver name is a bit of a joke. The waiver itself is important and serious.
Right. But you are a comedian, right? I mean, you try to be a comedian. I mean, you are a comedian.
Thank you, my boy. Yes. Yes, I am. The wine bar proved it.
All right, I got it. That was
That's good.
And for those of you who want to go to the wine bar next year, you should.
I didn't know
Just don't have it on Thursday.
Defense is what's the tree of thought. So, while you sometimes refer to things jokingly, you do in fact take safety very seriously.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, tell me about your safety and medical team on staff.
We have medically trained individuals across the spectrum of skills and EMTs, that sort of thing. We have a doctor. We have groups of former firefighters, current firefighters, former police officers, all manner of emergency support personnel, all who have joined our safety team. But are you asking specifically, like when we've deployed them and how we've deployed them, or?
Yes, I'm asking how you deployed them, let's say, at the waterfront.
Right. The question was unclear, and so is my head. We deployed medical personnel, triage personnel at all the entrances. We had members of our safety team patrolling through, medical personnel keeping an eye out for any injuries or any sort of harm, just swarming all over the waterfront, really.
So you'd say that, that's right, this was not, we stipulated that already. I've been saying everything out loud and thinking at once.
My boy, silence is golden.
Yeah, nothing further for right now. Okay, it's redirect.
Prosecution, Cross?
Dr. Kage.
We've established that he's not here, it's fine.
That honestly, that was not a gag. I actually did slip up.
Oh, this is supposed to be based off someone?
You stated that you take safety very seriously, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. In fact, in your sworn statement, you want to link about Dr. Rogers, correct?
Correct, yes.
Stating that they impressed you very much as a dedicated professional.
Yes.
You were present during Dr. Rogers' testimony?
Yes.
I want to ask, when you say that you all take the safety very seriously, that you like to joke, but you take things seriously, right?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what we marked as Exhibit 1. Now wait for the screens to catch up. That exhibit, that's the flyer your convention put out, right?
Yes.
Okay. And down there, where it says no alcohol, right? When you testified at length about no alcohol at your convention, in parentheses, you say we have to say that for legal reasons, don't you?
Yes.
That sound very serious to you?
Well, it's true. We do have to say it for legal reasons, whether it's a joke or not.
What about right down here, where you have the word unofficial in quotation marks?
That could genuinely be confusing.
That seemed very serious to you?
You're misunderstanding. Those are not sarcasm quotes. Those are scare quotes. It is designed to affect psychologically people who think quotation marks make something to be made afraid of, like vaccines.
Let's go to Exhibit 3. This is your quiz, right?
Yes.
Okay, right down there, our lawyer wants you to make sure you paid attention to the FuzzyCon waiver, and then in very small type at the bottom, this isn't a joke, right?
Yes.
And then death with 4 exclamation marks, right?
Yes.
That looks serious to you.
Yes.
Let me ask you about your lawyer.
That's you.
Would it be fair to say that you frequently joke about your lawyer being drunk under a table off stage?
I plead the fifth. Some whiskey, eh?
Please answer the question. Would that be fair to say?
It wouldn't be fair. It might be true, but it wouldn't be fair.
And it's also true that you frequently make jokes about your lawyer forcing you to do something and then how you ignore him.
Look, just because you're bitter. Yes.
Motion for mistrial.
Would it be true?
Like an hour ago, dude.
Would it be true that you frequently treat your lawyer and the advice given to you by them as a bit for your ostensible comedy routines.
Objection, I've forgotten the meaning of
Answer the
ostensible.
question, Dr. Page.
Sure.
Seems like you take a lot of things serious, but then you present them as jokes, don't you?
Where am I even sitting right now? Yes?
One last question. This you?
It is the worst Photoshop job of me I have ever seen, and I am offended.
But you approved that sign, didn't you?
I approve a lot of things.
Including the signs that are supposed to warn your attendees to be safe at a waterfront event?
Yes.
That you playfully label, remember you signed a death waiver.
Sure.
Fortuitous for you that Arthur Aardvark signed that waiver before he drowned at your convention, isn't it?
Repeat that.
Aren't you lucky that Artie signed the waiver before he drowned at your event?
Very lucky, yes.
Nothing further.
Defense.
Boggy, would you say it was fortuitous that Arthur signed the death waiver before he drowned at your convention?
Isn't fortuitous just lucky?
Yes. Would you say that?
Sure.
Nothing further.
Prosecution?
I'm ready for my closing.
Let's hear it for Spike! Closing prosecution begins.
No, I have the burden, so I get to go second.
Oh, I forgot about that. Defense, you
I
should.
have a name, asshole.
Overruled.
Not how this works. But I don't know how it works either, so maybe? That's just me.
Contempt for this court.
Excuse me. I'll buy you wine later.
I love you, Your Honor, my lord.
That's better.
You know what? I'll cut you a break.
Yep.
Opposing counsel, Your Honor, members of our jury. Frankly, I think the evidence speaks for itself. Our question was FuzzyCon grossly negligent in how they managed the waterfront and the safety of their attendees? Well, I don't have to argue about anything they did down there, but I will point out that they did admit they didn't take all the measures that they could have taken, and that only after someone died did they look into how to prevent someone from falling into a river and drowning in an overcrowded event. Instead, I'm just going to point to the people they hired. They hired Dr. Lindsay Rogers, who I think we can all agree was on fucking something.
They gave me Narcan.
It was for that.
They hired Iggy, who had a wonderful show of empathy for all of the attendees there because they seemed completely unconcerned with the death of Arthur Aardvark and blamed it on him being a Gen Z individual. And they hired and are ran by Cousin Page, who apparently believes everything, including the safety of his attendees, is a joke. If that is not reckless, at the least, I don't know what it is. And even if it's not reckless, it is certainly gross and negligent together. Plaintiff press.
Plaintiff press, defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, both of neither of the jury. He said it himself, he doesn't know what reckless is.
I'm good with this. Keep going.
In fact, he's had a conflict of interest the entire time. Mr. Badger is, in fact, FuzzyCon's attorney on record.
A twist.
may be an ethical issue. You certainly do have a point. If they had ever actually signed an engagement letter and paid me a retainer of my choosing. Which they to date have not. The most I've ever gotten is a goddamn ham, and I didn't ask for it.
You know, he has a
Besides, hold on, I would like to point out, their attorney is Boozy Badger. I am very clearly, per my identification, O'Doul's non-alcoholic badger. I rest my case.
Let's continue.
The standard of care here was not
Good.
good. No, exactly. That is exactly the point that I'm trying to make here. The standard of care was not good. He had to do the bare minimum, and that's what he did.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. They're misstating the legal standard. The standard of care for negligence is not an issue here. We have all agreed that merely negligent behavior has been waived. What we are arguing is gross negligence. That's not the standard of care.
Yeah, we're talking about gross here.
Stop calling me that!
He has feelings.
Objection. Assuming facts, not in evidence.
Defense continue.
Yeah, the standard for gross negligence is even higher than that. And did not reach it. He did what he had to do. He spent thousands of dollars, spent $1 million putting on the entire convention, hired people, brought in outsiders to beef up the staff that he had. I ask you, what else could somebody have done for a VTuber or YouTuber? I don't know these terms. With the TikToks?
Just call him on the phone.
So is it a Gen Zer with a video camera? You can't stop them from doing anything. Defense risks?
Is that it? We got it? Before we get going, let's hear it for all of those performers. Our performers, Sparks, Iggy, Pepper Coyote, some of our new performers, over Preston Coffee Bunny, some of our new performers, Essen, and we have over here John. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And let's not forget the person that makes this happen, that gave up so much of their con, and today, to make sure everyone knew what they were doing. None of this happens without the unbelievable QM. I really want to hear it from everyone. At this point, I believe we are going on to voting. Is that correct? We are going to do this the same way they do it in Chicago for money. Over here is the hat for the defense. Over here, oh God, that wasn't a wig, is the hat for the prosecution. Whoever you would like to vote for, put in as much as you want, and don't forget what this is for. This is for those wonderful kittens that we have been watching all weekend. If you're not aware, our charity is trying right now to buy a whole facility. They are renting right now and doing all of this unbelievable work, well, in a place that they can't control. That is one of their insane goals, and they have no idea what's going on here at AnthroCon.
Holy shit!
What?
That's amazing.
Wowie.
Wow.
You did that just now? Yes, Amy, I have no idea if your camera does that. I doubt it.
Wow.
Wow! That is awesome! It's so cool! Thank you!
Buddy, if you
Very much.
All right, do we have a total?
Did, but we forgot the number.
Were you hanging out with that doctor?
I just took what my doctor gave me.
That doctor?
That doctor's gonna give you a lot, buddy.
I'm calling this trial. That drawing was a distraction.
Oh, also, I need to tell you guys something because that killed me. That was an inside joke between my friend. I told him, hey dude, I always carry a Narcan with me. I lost it a while ago. Don't you have an extra one? Yeah. And then he showed up and did that shit. This is actual Narcan. I love him. Oh my god. All right,
Tried to gremlin walk, but it's too hard. I need to teach you gremlin
No, I
walk.
thought that was real. I thought they were actually tripping.
No,
they're an amazing performer.
Oh, yeah.
How many didn't know was that either was his twin brother?
No, man, there are people on this stage who have been doing performances for a while. It makes me very
I'm just trying to get a laugh out.
All right, we have? They're close. We have a number over here.
We have a number over here.
We have a number. Defense! Uh-oh. With how many votes?
128 and a quarter.
128 and a quarter!
Washington Generals, this wasn't your year. We're at 225.
You're fired! And as usual, with a record of 3-0, the case goes to Boozy! Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your generosity in 10 minutes, 15 minutes? What time does that start?
40 minutes.
In 40 minutes, right here in this room, our last panel of the night, come on out for the Late Show with Boozy Badger. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the con, know your limits, and good night!
Don't lose your voice.
Oh, and don't put a plank on the waterfront.
Too late!
Now it's going to set up. I'll videotape it. Hey, today.
Hey, you nailed it. You nailed it.
I do like